Welcome back everyone to my weekly series where I introduce you to new games to check out on Roblox. This week, for some reason, we have a lot of scary games to share. I don't know what it is, but I guess a lot of developers are just making scary stuff. I mean, I don't have anything to complain about because I do like scary games. You might have some things to complain about if you don't. So don't worry, we do have a couple non-scary games in here. We got an Obby that's pretty cool. We also have kind of like a PvP style game. We also have a pretty interesting driving game to share with you. So don't worry, there's some non-scary stuff in here. By the way, if you're new to this series, this is episode 25. So if this is the first time you've watched this series, definitely go check out the playlist on the top right so you can catch up on 24 episodes you've missed. There's lots of great games for you to check out. And just to explain the series, anything that we're showing today is going to be less than a year old. So these are all fresh games for you to check out on Roblox. So the first game we're going to check out is actually not out yet. It's supposed to come out sometime today, so that's why I'm including it. Poppy Playtime Forever is an official game by the team that brought you Poppy Playtime. I'm not exactly sure what kind of genre this is. It almost looks like a Rainbow Friends meets Piggy with some mini games. So I'm not really sure. It looks like you can also make your own maps, which is really cool. But like I said, the game is not out yet. It's supposed to come out today, so I will link that in the description as soon as it's out. Next up, we have a game called Risk of Illusions. This game's a lot like Item Asylum. This game, though, is pretty interesting because you get a randomized set of, basically a build. So you have 3 different abilities that you get to use, and you pretty much need to try to kill other players. Now, I'm terrible at this. I kept dying over and over. It's just not my style of game. I'm sorry, everyone. It's just not my style of game. If you give me a shooter, totally different story. I can just jump in and no problem. So if you are a fan of Item Asylum style gameplay where you get randomized loot and you got to go and battle other players, definitely check out Delusions. It's pretty cool. Next up, we have a game called Undead coming Armageddon. This is a really cool zombie arena style game. I feel like we've gotten one of these like every week lately. I don't know why, but like I said, zombie games are really flooding Roblox. I think some of you need to get some new ideas. I'm sorry. The thing is it's fun killing zombies. That's why they keep making them. But this one, just like Zombie Rush, you join the match. You can, if the match is already in session, you can join as a zombie and try to kill the humans. And then, of course, there's different game modes. There's like survival, and then there's extraction where you have to reach the helicopter safely. But this game's pretty cool. You got different types of weapons. You've got different types of zombies you can be. And then you use silver bricks to unlock various weapons. The weapons are pretty modern military style. So they're not like Zombie Rush where they're just totally out there. These are pretty much like, you got a Ruger and you got submachine guns, you got snipers, you got shotguns, that kind of thing. So maybe you're a big fan of zombie games and just like playing them all. Now, continuing with the zombie theme, we've got our next game called Survival Stories. This one is different than the last one, okay? So it's not just about going through wave by wave by wave. I mean, it's similar but different. In Survival Stories, it's a little bit like a survival game mixed with a zombie-style wave game. The difference being is when you head out, you need to go and find food. You need to get wood so you can board up your buildings. So it's kind of like a casual-style survival game where it's not truly survival. Now, if you do run out of food, like you're not looting enough, you will die. So it's not just about dying to zombies. You can actually die to starvation in this game. How it works is you go out and you need to kill a bunch of zombies before they kill you. If you die, of course you die. But you really want to try to last the day. And the zombie mechanics or the AI is pretty basic. It's nothing like crazy. You're not going to get like overwhelmed by thousands of zombies for any reason. There's different loot stacks around the map that you can loot for things like food, metal, rope, basically materials that you need to use to craft better weapons. So you can't just go up and buy better weapons. You have to actually craft those weapons using materials that you're looking for. So if you want a really cool machine gun, you're going to have to go and loot each time you head out and try to get the resources that you need. So that means you just need to go out and grind a lot, and over time you should get the resources that you need. The game is pretty cool though. Like if you're just looking for a simple survival style game, this one's really neat. So the next game we have is called The Long Drive. This one's pretty unique. I don't think I've seen anything on Roblox like this game yet. And I found myself just absorbed by this game. I don't know why, but I just found myself lost just trying to find stuff. It's really cool. So continuing on the theme of survival, this one's a lot like a survival game. So with The Long Drive, you start out in a garage where you have a vehicle. You need to open the garage doors and you can hop in the vehicle and head out. Now your vehicle's really looking rusted. I don't even know how this thing runs. It looks like something that belongs in a junkyard, but it is a survival game. So you need to drive around looking for loot. You need to get food. You need to get gasoline so you can continue driving. If you run out of gas, then game over. There's also these like weird creature type things roaming, around the roads, and you can run them over and kill them if you don't, want to get chased by them. There's like eerie sounds. There's rocks in the road that you need to avoid so you don't hit them. But for the most part, you're just going around looting stuff. Apparently, there is a way to beat this game. I have not figured out how to beat it. There's also different badges you can collect. Definitely check it out. Our next game is called One Shot, which is pretty descriptive of what it is. And this is a fresh game that just came out. So, of course, there's not enough players for you to be able to play with. So you may need to grab a friend so you have someone to play against. But I played with Zombie here, and we kind of kept killing each other. It was really enjoyable. So the premise of the game is you have a single shot and then, of course, a knife if you run out of bullets. And you need to try to hit the other player. If you hit the other player, you get another bullet, and you can continue until you run out of bullets. And ultimately, if you run out of bullets, you got to use your knife to try to get close up to the enemy and kill them with the knife. You can also roll so you can gank other players if you need to. It's just a fun game. If you're looking for like an arcade game you can play with your friends, definitely check out One Shot. Our next game is kind of familiar because we featured a game recently. I think it was either last week or the week before, which was kind of similar to this one. And this one is called Place a Block Obby. So if you remember, there's another game that I showed you, which included using a block to be able to climb in a parkour kind of setting. This one feels a lot more casual than that one. That one felt a little bit harder. The checkpoints are pretty close by, so it's not like you're traveling that far to get to each section. And so progression is pretty quick in this one. Also, you have 5 blocks most of the time, so it's pretty easy to be able to get around most of these obstacles. And similar to the other game, the blocks do go away after a bit. I think the other game, the blocks just fell. This one, they just disappear. And of course, it gets progressively more difficult. I was able to get to the lava section, and then I just kind of like gave up for a bit. I'll come back to it. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. So if you're good at obbies, definitely check this one out. It is called Place a Block Obby. Now we're starting into the scary stuff. I mean, some of these aren't all that scary, okay? Like some of these are pretty docile, but our next game is called Obscure, and this one was pretty cool. It's a story-based game. It kind of gave me like Stranger Things vibes, especially with the intro and cinematics, and just seeing this creepy looking doctor and then him getting kind of yoinked into the air and thrown. And the game kind of leads you through on what you need to do, which is really nice. It's mostly scavenger stuff, so you're looking for different items to be able to complete and progress. So for example, the first thing you need to get is a pickaxe that, so you can take out the wall. Once you can take out the wall, then you got to go and find some more items to be able to unlock another section. Pretty cool game. I liked it. Even if you get jump scared a little bit, it's a pretty well designed game. Definitely worth checking out. Our next game is another horror game. I didn't think it was that scary, to be honest. And it is called Midnight Cleaners. It is one of those night shift style games where you are working at night and you got weird, creepy people coming up to you in the middle of the night. And in this one, apparently someone is killing other people and you need to kind of figure out what's going on and who's doing it. And all of these characters look way wacky. They don't have any kind of Roblox look or feel. Kind of looks like it was a copy from Steam games or something. Like the models don't really fit Roblox. I think it's intentionally meant to look creepy because their faces are creepy. Everything's creepy in this game. And I think that's what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to make you get creeped out just by their visuals, and they achieve their objective. I didn't see anything scary, but I also didn't finish the games. I'll let you do that. I'll let you get jump scared, okay? I never got scared by this one. And for some reason, this game is very similar. I don't know what's going on. Everyone this week is just weird. Everyone's games are kind of similar to each other. It's just wild. It's like Roblox just copying Roblox. But this next one is called Stock Up. And it is a little different, okay? It's not about night shift stuff. It's more about robbing a convenience store and kind of avoiding the shopkeep, which is pretty cool. And there's different ways you can do that. You can also throw stuff at the shopkeeper, like the box. So, if you want to run away, you can throw the box at them. I completed the first one and it was really, really easy. Honestly, we only needed $60 worth of stuff. That's why it's called, I think, Stock Up, is that we're trying to stock up a box to steal. And I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it is a good game. I like it a lot better than the Midnight Cleaners just because it's a different style. I've played like a lot of games like Midnight Cleaners, but Stock Up is more about like round based. So you go in a lobby. You can also go cooperative. So it's not just single player. You can go in and I believe Midnight Cleaners is the same way. So you can go in, I think, with multiple players if you wanted to. I didn't do that. I just did it solo, but still really cool game. I like stock up a lot. I'll probably go in later and just try like a hard mode just to see how hard it is, but I was able to complete this pretty quick. Yeah, so pretty quick one this week. Also, thank you so much for everyone for making suggestions. I didn't get that many suggestions this week. I don't know what's going on, but y'all sleep at the wheel, dude. Give me some suggestions. Give me some new games to check out. And if I do use your recommendation, I will shout you out in the video. By the way, if you want to support the series, do me a solid, hit that like button. It helps me a ton. Also, subscribe if you're new so you don't miss out on future videos. And I will see you all in the next vid. Peace.